Scott here from Pino, Las Vegas. Tonight we're here with the JBFvalentinos. We're here inside the Venetian Hotel at Valentino's. Valentino's Piero Savaggio is a renowned restaurateur. Valentino's in LA, Los Angeles. And Luciano Pellegrini is chef here. Both of them James Beard Award winners, and we're going to enjoy a fantastic meal this evening based on truffles and wine, paired with wine as well, and starting off with some bubbles and stuff. So we're going to go on inside briefly here, and we're going to try to bring all of you in with us to explore this fantastic meal. That's the event for the James Beard Foundation. Countdown. Okay. Scott here from Pino, Las Vegas, and we just had a spectacular meal here at Valentino's. And I feel honored to be here with James Beard Award winner, Luciano Pellegrini. Here at Valentino's. That's him. So, you know what? These pairings and the food and the wines are amazing. And here with this wine director. You know what? You may want to explain some of these pairings with this. I thought the first one was very interesting when you had the acidity of the wine, everything really contrasted. So why don't you go ahead.
For those of you who aren't familiar, we did a Spanish crab cake with a marsol. The important part about it was obviously the truffles.
Right, obviously. Everything was truffles.
Truffles are hugely aromatic, and that's one of the reasons that I chose the marsol. Marsol, of all the white wines from Burgundy, probably have the biggest nose. They have the most to offer as far as aromatics are concerned, which is one of the things that makes pairing with truffles such an interesting combination.
And the one thing that you were telling us about is the one from Australia. You have to.
Right. The uniqueness of the crab meat was that we get it and it's actually raw. It's not pre-cooked. It's not steamed. So we don't need to add any binding agent to it, like eggs or whatever that you would add to a crab cake. So all it was is just flavoring the meat with salt, pepper, and a little bit of chopped sage or roasted garlic, and then just griddle it off, and basically you tasted the meat itself.
It was fantastic, and the one thing I have to
continue, was the great platform actually for the white truffle.
Yeah, I mean this was all. I mean that was the signature focus of this whole meal was the white truffles.
Absolutely, yes.
And they were, you did them in several different ways, and they were all spectacular. But the one thing I want to talk to you about is about the James Beard Foundation. And that's what we're here about, is the Taste of America. And obviously you're a James Beard Award winning chef. Piero Savaggio.
Luciano Pellegrini.
I said, I know that. Piero Savaggio, the founded restaurateur.
The founding father of Valentino, yes.
Right, and Valentino.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, this is, James Beard. I mean, how better does it get than that?
It doesn't. I mean, on a professional level, it was an incredible achievement. One that came to me as a surprise.
Did it?
Yeah, it truly did. And but after it sunk in, it definitely validated a lot of things that I did. I mean, I've been doing this job for the better part of 30 years now. So there's nothing like an award given to you by your peers, the people of the industry that tell you, congratulations, you did good. So.
I always tell people who are not in this industry, it's kind of like the Academy Awards of Food and Wine. Do you agree?
Yes, to a degree.
Yeah,
I think it also,
really
the award itself is also staged the same. And you have, not that I would know because I've never been to an Academy Award, but for what I've seen in TV, it's the same feel and the excitement, and then when the roll call comes and the nominees are and the winner is, and then when they don't call your name, there is obviously disappointment, like it happened to me the first year, and the second time when they do call your name, there is like this elation, this feeling of flying high and say, oh, I'm it.
So you were nominated the first year.
In 2003.
You didn't get it,
No.
but then in 2004,
I got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
That's spectacular, you know. So I have to ask you. I mean, you're here in Vegas. You're here in Valentinos at the Venetian,
Since '99.
right? And Vegas is becoming. I mean, we just had the Michelin Awards came out recently again, and Vegas is becoming a world-renowned. I call it a culinary destination. Do you agree? I mean,
I disagree with one thing. I don't
Okay.
think it's becoming. I think it has become.
okay.
I think
There you
it's,
go.
I think it's already there. I think these past 5 years I've seen an influx of world-renowned chefs opening. We're talking about the French folks.
Sure. Absolutely.
They brought the stars with them,
Yeah. Exactly.
and that validated the city even more.
Sure.
And they also brought their sons, and they brought their family to even stay and actually follow the restaurant operation. So it wasn't just a name coming to town. It was an actual effort.
Sure.
And I think the city is all the better for it. And it is a worldwide gastronomic destination at this point.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, if you mention, Las Vegas food or wine, anything, I mean, you got the wine director here. I mean, how many wines? I was perusing through your wine list, and it's like a notebook. I mean, you have spectacular. Obviously, there's a lot of Italian wines, which is what you would expect. But what I really like to see is that there's some restaurants in town that if they're an Italian, they just have Italian and American. But you have Australian, you have Spanish, you have Chilean, you have South African. So what is that? I mean, how did you, is that your own palate, or did you choose it for what your people would think they would like, or?
It's a combination. It's still, no matter what I want to put on the list, it has to be feasible that somebody would come in and want that. So we very much highlight, as much as chef highlights the greatest things you can put, greatest items you can put into food.
Sure.
I have to accompany that with some of the greatest wines. And if you take a look at any particular section, a lot of the focus is on the best in the area, whether it be the traditional, the best, or whether it's the up-and-coming best. It's just pretty much it cuts through, like you said, the entire spots that wine are grown, between the 45s.
No, it really does, and I know that chef, I mean, like you said, you've been doing this for many years, and you did this was, I would have to say, one of the best pairings and meals I've had in a while, because we do a lot of these events.
One of the best?
One of the best, if not the best. And you know what, you guys, it's really, some of these pairings are really, I mean, I really love these, because you were, when I first looked at them, I'm like, well, that could be interesting, but in some cases you were pairing them. Other cases you're almost like a contrasting.
Well, I do think, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can pair something by similarity or, like you said, by
contrast. Right.
So holes, exactly.
So you can go right against one set of flavors and you just go the opposite just to set up a contrast, or you can just set it up so that one thing flows into the other and it becomes one. Well, so, there's many ways to play with things. It used to be like, oh, you drink white wine with fish and red wine with meat, and now, there are definitely more, I think, varied ways to match wines with food. And as one very talented winemaker from Italy, Pio Golfa, said, chances are if you match good food with good wine, it doesn't matter what it is. It's a good match.
It's a good match, no matter what color it is. I tell people that all the time, that white with white and red with red, you may want to reconsider that, especially when you're with an award-winning chef as yourself, a wine director as yourself. You know what, I won't take any more of your time, but thank you so much. Spectacular meal.
Thank you.
You know what, this will be one we'll remember for a while. Thank you, Chef.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.